You want to see my tarot collection? Marry me, everyone. I am Jess, aka the Arian Elf, and as per requested, you guys are going to get a close-up view of all of my tarot and oracle card decks. Again, I do not know how this happened. They just appeared somehow, so I hope you're ready. Okay, so this is literally the first deck I've ever obtained. Okay, it's the Goddess Power Oracle, and this is what some of the goddesses look like. These are actually some of the cards that come up for me a lot. The rest of these decks, I promise you, will not be in order because I really do not remember. Okay, so this is the next one. I'm not going to even try to butcher the name, but here it is. And here's what some of the cards look like. Funny, I pulled out the sun again. This next oracle deck is called I Ching, or Book of Changes. I really love the artwork on these. That's what caught my eye in the first place. And I love reading them because each line, broken or unbroken, represents a different thing, like spirit, organization, decisions. Like each line is a worldly matters is the bottom one. It's just like awesome. Now what's funny is that I wanted this deck for a while because I love anime, and this is like from my childhood. This is Card Captors for any of you that like anime. So you already know what these look like, okay? And yes, I do use anime props for divination because anything that you give that sacred, power to, look at them. They are tarot cards in the first place. Like, you see where they were going with this? Next, I have these Tarot Key Goddess Oracle cards. Okay, they look a little bit like this. A lot of nature, just peaceful images on these cards. Then we have my Priestess of Light Oracle deck. Look at that, power over difficulty, healing earth. Here's another light oracle, the secret language of light. And these are so like neurologically provoking to me. Like, they're just beautiful. As we keep going through these cards, you're going to see a lot of different genre of cards come up because I just wanted to be different in general. I wanted my tarot theme to be anime in the first place, and then I was just like, oh, that's pretty. Oh, I resonate with that. So it's just like a whole bunch of different ones at this point. But these shimmer. This is the Primrose and Prose Oracle deck, and these are just like extra special. And then we have the dragons, which are like my favorite mythical creature ever. Like, I have so much respect and love for dragons. If they were real, if somebody ever finds a dragon, come find me. And here are the star dragons because yes and yes. And here's some dragon wisdom for you. Here we have the African Goddess Rising Oracle, and keep in mind that I am pulling these cards super randomly, so if you happen to see a few that you resonate with without me going into an explanation, the message is for you. Now, please don't cancel me for these. I thought that they were funny at the time, and funny enough, I don't really use them that often, but I do have them, so these are what is on them. And then there's this one. It's more of a general one, and I promise this is the only two foul-mouthed oracle cards or cards in general that I have. I promise. This might be the first deck of affirmation cards that I actually got. If I find the name, I'll definitely put this up in the video. These oracle cards I love too because they all have pictures of stones on them and what they, represent. These I don't use often because they are in regard to time, but if someone asks me, oh wow, see? If someone asks me, I will pull them out, but I don't, things happen when they're supposed to happen type situation, so, Now, I think I saw this one in Target, and I'm like, is Target allowed or qualified to sell oracle or tarot cards? I was just curious to see, like, what was going on in that situation. This is an oracle deck in regards to money. So look at that. Black and gold. What is it? Black and yellow, my bad. These I absolutely love because they all have to do with the moon. And yes, please call me a selenophile. I love them. It's so pretty. Now, if you've been here for a while and you've seen a couple of my videos, it's kind of a little bit obvious that I love Sailor Moon. So I had to get something with her on it and her doing something. All right, so these are the oracle in regards to the anime. All the backs of these, like if you put them together, they make a big Sailor Moon picture. I'm just like, that was interesting. These are the shadow work cards. I actually haven't used them in a while. I should fix that. Now these two decks I actually mixed together. They have a stone on top of it because I'm currently using it in my readings. But the green ones are codependencies and the red ones are triggers. I use them for the love readings. These are some affirmation cards that I use on a weekly basis because I feel like they're super positive, like as affirmation should be. But look, of course they have the moon and stars on them, and I'm a whole fan. This is another deck that I use weekly, especially in regard to, what did I do? Fortune Friday readings with them. Just some angel numbers that you could be seeing or you might see, you know, to help you on your way. This is one of my newer decks. I have a set of 4 of them, and this is the only oracle deck that I have, but I love them because they depict animals and plants, you know, really resonance with nature. And conveniently, that was the last oracle, so now we can do the tarot. And these are also made from the same person. Like, aren't they super beautiful? It's like as soon as I saw Joy Seeker, I'm like, yes, of course I am a seeker of joy. Over here, this one. Now this is the Shadow Seeker version of the Joy Seeker, and I'm like, you know, we all have our, it's just like kind of the same as the Joy Seeker, just different plants and just a whole different vibe, but kind of the same vibe, you know. And here you will find that my nerd is showing again. I told you when I started that I want this to be a anime based tarot channel, you know, just be different. If you have seen my logo, you get what I mean. That is why I am depicted as a sage anime character as my logo. This is exactly why. I think this one is rather common, but I have like the holographic version, the Light Seekers Tarot, or Light Seers Tarot, my bad. You know the drill by now. I had to get the mystical, I can't even talk, the mystical manga tarot. Had to do it. This deck is actually one of my favorites. Like, the images are just soft and welcoming to me. So this is the traditional manga tarot. This deck I got when I was super self-conscious, and I was like, well, I need to, you know, not be questioned when I'm doing tarot readings, so maybe, you know, these could help me with the keywords and this, that, and the third. But I quickly grew out of using it. I think I used it less than a handful of times, honestly. This is my absolute favorite dragon deck. It came out kind of I think last year, which was 2022, in the middle of the year at some point, and I definitely scooped up one of the first decks. Wow, I actually only have 4 decks left, including this one. I thought this was gonna take so much time, but anyway, this is one of the first manga decks I ever got because they are amazing. Look at that artistry. Like, how much work did they put into this? These are so unique to me, the Accurate AF Tarot, because they are in this form, circles. So if they fall like this, is like, you know, there's like an equator line, so this is still technically upright, and they're just like different, and they shuffle really well. Love them. Now this Lucine Tarot deck, I kind of waited forever for because it was a pre-order, but I'm so glad. Like, it's another one of those because they have moons on them thing. Last but not least, this is the Broken Mirror Tarot, and this is one of the easiest decks to shuffle, in my opinion. They also have the sides are all silvery and cute or whatever. And yeah, this is one of my favorite decks as well. All right, guys, if you have any questions about all the decks that I have shown you or anything else, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you're watching this on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, please feel free to like, share, comment, follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.